In this video, we have crazy starts in the McLaren, as well as a murder on the Italian version of Murray. Here we are then. Race A has changed. We're now at Interlagos. We're doing 6 laps in that McLaren MP4/4 there. Times 2 fuel, times 3 tyre. Pick the racing soft tyres. And don't worry about that grid start. It is not a false start check, so you should be golden. Right, let's jump into this race then. As we get ready, we're basically taking on... Look at this car. So nice, isn't it? Right, we're starting at the back, of course. I say no penalty for the grid start. So literally just full throttle, traction control on 1, don't have to hold the brake, and off you go. Now, I would use traction control 1 and gear 1. I did try to pick gear later on. It doesn't quite work out. But as you can see here, I got a bloody good start as we head into turn 1. We're sort of in the middle of a sandwich. We get punted into that sandwich from behind. So apologies to Gonzalez there. That wasn't my fault. Somebody's gone off there. We'll have a look at the bloopers at the end, of course we will, with some of this action, because there is a lot of action on this race, just with the fact the cars are a little bit deadly when that turbo really kicks in and spools up. Heading down towards turn 2 then. Someone launched it there, and then the second person launched it straight into me. Albert made it not work there, went too deep, and neither did that Zerwin? I have no idea. Up ahead, they didn't do it very well either. As we head into this right-hander then, there's a few penalties up ahead then. So Albert got a 1.5. The Hungarian got a 2-second penalty. As we look down the inside of the Spaniard then, we do get it stopped on the apex. So a clean dive, in my opinion. Leave space on that inside there for Gonzalez as we go through that left-hander. As we leave here, slight contact, nothing major there. And continue on out. So we're up into P8 as we look. Ooh, that was a bit close with Albert there, wasn't it? Albert! Anyway, we continue on out that corner. Be careful of the wheel spin in this car. I will give you a cheeky lap guide later on. I've no idea why it's cheeky, by the way. I just decided to say the word cheeky. Well, you will get a lap guide later on in the video, of course. But as we leave that corner, lots of penalties up ahead. Let's overtake a fair few cars here in one go. Wow, Olive there with a, I think, was that a 5 or 4-second penalty? Went all the way to the back. Hey, we catch up with Captain JT Kirk. I'm surprised you're not on the Enterprise, to be honest, but even so, welcome to the McLaren. Bit of old school tech for you here as we go through left hand there in towards the braking zone. I didn't know JT Kirk was Italian, actually. That's a new one on me. Leave that corner. We get really good traction out of that corner as we're going to look to make some moves here. We've actually both got a run on the German driver, Ferid, as we look towards the left-hand side. So Kirk on the inside there, and I give a bit of bump draft in as I also look on the inside down in towards turn 1. They turn into me a little bit here, but then I'm riding them a little bit, so I'm hoping they keep the position here. They do, so we can continue on safe and sound. Yeah, a bit of a weird one that, because they turned in while I was there, and then I sort of rode them a little bit. Yeah, it is what it is. I think I broke a tiny bit too late, to be honest, myself. Anyway, heading towards this corner then. Kirk defends the position. I'm looking to get the better grip on exit. Being in that third gear. And look at that, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yes, we get that done up into P3 then. And we got Skullbone up ahead. Now, we're actually going to go until the end of the race here. We're about to have a fantastic race with Skullbone 1991. You're 1 year younger than me. Did you know that? 1 year younger. You lucky devil. Right, anyway, through the left-hander we go. I'm looking for that grip. Staying in third gear so that the turbo doesn't spool up and just kill me towards the left. Or the stage exit, which is to the right-hand side, as we all know. So we're in the slipstream here. Closing. Go towards that outside then as we head towards turn 1 and in towards the braking zone. We brake a little bit late here. So does Skullbone. Just releases the brakes there. A little bit too much in my opinion, but even so, they give me room then on the next corner. So it's all good and we're up into P2. But as I said, we're not jumping to the end at any point now. We're in this till the end. Skullbone is going to come right back at me here. So as we head down towards the left hand here, absolutely launches it down the inside, but get it stopped. A beautiful move there by Skullbone. Keeps that position. Well played, good sir. Or gets the position back, should I say. Well played, good sir. Oh, actually, good lady as well. I have no idea what gen you are. I'm just assuming there, which is very bad of me. Anyway, in towards the tight section here, and Kirk behind as well. We're going to keep an eye on Kirk, of course. Don't want any teleportation by Scotty. So through the left-hander we go, and we're still looking to try and get past Skullbone here, defending very nicely, but I'm going to try and go around the outside of this corner. Skullbone gives me room here. Beautiful bit of racing, and we get our position back up into P2 then. Happy days indeed, but well played, Skullbone. That was some awesome racing there. as we go through this corner. Accelerate out as best as we can. Skullbone actually gets a really good exit there to stay with me here. So I don't really gain that much leaving that corner. So I am going defensive here, trying to make sure Skull stays out of that old slipstream here as we head towards the start-finish line. I jump towards the right-hand side and get ready for that braking zone. But once again, I brake just a tiny bit too late here. And Skull is just on the inside. Slight tap there. Nothing major. It's my fault really for going a bit too deep. But I lose the car a little bit there on exit. And Skull's going to have a fantastic run on me here. Look at the speed difference there. As I change gear, he's just at the top end of that turbo. Is looking to go past. Now, I'm looking to stay on this left-hand side to scare Skull into a mistake. But I don't do it, unfortunately. And we continue on. And Skull back into that P2 position. What a battle. And you know what? When I do race A, I do not expect battles like this. I expect carnage on lap 1, which we did see, to be fair. And then I expect just big old gaps, and that is it. I mean, you can see the gaps on the map. I do not expect an awesome race like this with Skullbone, who goes a little bit deep there into that left-hander. Now, oh, sorry, the right-hander. Now into the left. And I've got, look at that, it leaves me just enough room there on the exit. It's superb racing with Skull here as we go into the right hand of the sharp one. This corner is all about getting that grip very quickly. You can see there we had better traction leaving that corner. I'm looking to try and get the move done as well on Skull again. Not quite working out. In fact, Olive is behind us now. Remember, Olive had a 5-second penalty earlier on. Looking to catch that gap up. A gap? What's a gap? A gap up. And is getting closer and closer. So we're in the slipstream of Skull. We know from a previous lap 4 attempts is not close enough to make a move in towards turn 1 then. As Skull went defensive and it goes towards that racing line. We can't really get the move done here. So it's status quo for now. Skull keeping that position. Goes a little bit deep though on that corner. Has come through here. I have to let off, otherwise I would hit Skull. And then I have to look around the outside, which doesn't work on that corner at all. The Skull keeping that position. Again, Olive getting closer and closer. Under 4 attempts behind now as we head towards the left-hander then. And Skull once again breaks later than me for this corner. Goes a bit too deep this time, I would say. Olive gets very close though behind. Beautiful stuff from Olive as we continue on. So I'm in a sandwich here. I need to attack, but also defend potentially now. As we head towards this right-hander, Skull once again goes a little bit deep. I'm looking to try and get the run. Not going to quite work out here. Skull keeps that position. And again, just showing my nose here. I'm like, Skull, hello, Skull. I'm here. I want that position from you. So we continue on through that left-hander then, and Skull keeping that. Olive just dropped off a little bit there. Probably struggling a little bit with that dirty air in this McLaren. So we leave there then, and look how close we are to Skull. Skull just gets it wrong. It was a left-hander, and we continue on out towards the final corner then. Through the left-hander we go, and we're looking to get the exit run if we can. Now we do get a better exit here then. It's going to be a run to the line, so I go on the outside, come back towards the inside. Skull does not defend it, so I just get on the inside then, just before he could close the gap. As we head towards the line, it's going to be very close, and I get it, folks. I finished in P2, but what a race there with Skullbone. Honestly, huge shout out to you, Skullbone. I'd never expect a race like that on race A, and my word, what a race that was. Right, let's jump to the second race then. We did this race twice. I didn't think I would get a good race like that one, but let's see what happens in this one then. Same again. This time I'm going to try starting second gear. Let's see if it's any quicker or not. Off we go. You still do get wheel spin, but you just bog down that a little bit too much. The first gear is the better gear to start with. So there's your little tip for the day. There's a track guide at the end of this one, of course, so do keep an eye out. And once again, we have a lot of carnage in towards turn 1, although not as much carnage as last. Oh, got hit from behind there. Kirk's off here. We just have to slow down for Adam the man there. Everyone's younger than me. In 1993, we had Skull. In 1991, what's going on here? In fact, what's going on here? I decided to go rallycrossing in a Formula 1 car, which is not the greatest idea, folks. Don't do what I did. The grass sort of got hold of me and then tried to pull me in. Yeah, it's not great. It really isn't great. Anyway, we're in P9 here, so we have made up a place or two as we head in towards the right-hander. And we are facing off against Captain JT Kirk again. As we head in towards the right-hander for the first time of 6. We got an Italian version of Murray up ahead. We have not seen Murray in a little while. Hope you're okay, Murray. Obviously, we do like to make fun of you at times, but I hope you are well and are doing good in life. Oh, Stig on speed. Imagine Stig on speed. Remember Chinese Stig, who was just karate kicked James in the nuts? Imagine him on speed, my word. Anyway, oh, somebody's off there. Not sure who that was. But yeah, they go off. We'll have a look at that in the bloopers. Through the left-hander we go then. Murray goes a bit deep here, so I'm looking to try and get the run, but they changed gear here, and I just didn't expect that sort of catch up there. So I give Murray a bit of a bump draft, and Stig taking the penalty. Up into P7. We have the cursed one up ahead. Now, Murray's in the middle of the track here. I go left, and at the very last second, they go left. I would argue that's a little bit dirty, to be honest with you, Murray. But we continue on all the same. Something must have happened to Olive there. They just respawned out of nowhere. Where did they come from? Now, we do get a lovely, lovely, lovely cutback here on Murray to up into P6. And we're actually looking to get the move done on Olive for P5. What can we do here then? So once again, I'm showing my nose, and Olive brakes early. So I think, okay, I'll take that position. Happy days. We clip that apex beautifully. And up into P5 we go with, once again, Kirk up. Kirk's everywhere. I swear Scotty's teleported him round in this race. Really is. Anyway, Kirk is up ahead. Oh, I'm actually looking behind here. What's going to happen here? Oh, slight bit of contact there between the two. And as they go into here, oh, there it is, a murder. We have a murder. We'll look at that in the bloopers. And that's Olive being absolutely murdered. I've no idea why there. I'm not sure who did it, but there's no need to murder people, folks. Don't do it. Just accept some people make mistakes. It is what it is. Murdering people is not the answer. Trust me. Trust me on this. Please just race clean, race fair, and if you do get hit, have a look at it in the, the background, in the replay, and go, okay, it was my fault, wasn't my fault, they obviously made a mistake, X, Y, Z, and just look at it from that perspective. I'm assuming they got a penalty there, Stig, because he's dropping time for days on the straight. Speaking of dropping time and dropping people, Kirk's gone defensive on the inside. We've got man on the outside. We're looking at our break, then we absolutely do, but we go a bit deep, and we managed to keep that position all the same. Happy days indeed. P4. We've got quite a gap to catch up though. Now, who wants to see Tidge fail? Fail miserably. Well, you're about to watch that now. So we're looking to catch up here through the right-hander. I'm pushing on a little bit hard here. Turbo kicked in, and I go for a little bit of rally crossing once again. I've done a lot of that this race, haven't I? So yes, we lose all that time that we gained. However, I weave here to get rid of the dirt on my tyres, and we're going to jump to that lap guide that you guys want. So heading towards turn 1. The second red canopy on the left-hand side in the race. You can use the brake marker, brake just before that. On the right-hand side, you will see grey stairs in the blue grandstand. Use that. You can't see it because of the crowd there, so that's when you use the canopy. But in practice mode, use that. It is there, trust me. Look out for it. You'll see it and go, aha! Tidge was right. Now, be careful on this left-hander. Being in third gear is better because it just allows you to grip initially. And then as you head towards the top of the turbo, just change to fourth gear for a bit of safety. Right, on the right side, we have a Marshall's box there. Bill and Brian in Brazil. Mopping up that sunlight they are. Use that as your brake mark here. Third gear is what I would suggest going through this corner. Again, be careful about running too wide there because the dark green stuff is a little bit slippy. You don't want to be on that. So head up towards the intersection of the circuit here. The Marshall box on the left-hand side here is your marker. Fourth gear for this corner. You can go to third, but the turbo will spool up and spin you out. So I would recommend fourth gear. Just get used to it. And as we go through here, you want to click that second curb there. Accelerate out towards the left-hand side. We have this tyre mark. Normally we're using where it intersects the curb. I would actually use where it starts here. You can see I'm already on the brakes. Second gear for this corner as well. And you want to turn it in like so. Beautiful stuff, costing it that much. Now, as you come through this corner, you normally dab the brakes a little bit. You're looking to balance the car. You can use third gear as you leave here as well. You don't have to be on second. Second is a risky gear to be in. And then as you head towards this right-hander, on the left-hand side there, you've got that green tarmacy stuff. That's what I use all the time for this corner. It's the best brake marker for this corner. Sometimes you will go a bit deep. Sometimes you'll brake too early for it, just because it depends on the previous corner. Doing it in second or third gear, how much you bog down, how much your wheel spin. It is really dependent. Now for that left-hander, just lift off a little bit, go in fourth gear, and off you go. In this last corner on the right-hand side, noticing the fence is a cross or X. X marks the spot. That is your brake marker here for this corner. Third gear again. Be careful on accelerating. Once you're happy, put your foot to the floor, off you go, and head towards the line at the speed of light and cross that line, and hopefully you've got the victory, or in my case, P4, my cursed position. Right, that is it. In terms of the races, though, let's have a look at some of these bloopers and some of those lap 1 incidents, as well as that murder. Right, here we go then. So I saw this, and I can't believe what happens here, okay? So we've got the Portuguese driver here, Max Miano, comes through here, taps Adam the man there, and look at this for sportsmanship. A super. Look at this. I saw this. I was like, you are going in, sunshine. You are going in. Wait for Adam, and then they go again. Adam was actually on medium tyres as well. So honestly, superb play there by the Portuguese driver. Right, we jump to the German then, who goes off here in lap 1 on the middle section here, the complex section. Comes through here. Obviously, dirt on their tyres. Get oversteer. They catch it. Just get hit from the rear again after losing it. And off. And they get a 5-second penalty. The good old 5-second penalty barrier there. Or barrier penalty, should I say. Penalty barrier. What am I on about? Right, the Brit here, Pilar Curis, goes through this left-hander, goes on the curb, spins the car, with a 3-second penalty already. That's about to get added. 8 seconds, there you go. And fair play for continuing on. You know, there, good stuff. Right, now we've got a bit of action here. We want to see what happened to Olive, because Olive just reappeared out of nowhere. So they're in a fight with Vroom Vroom here. Slight bit of contact there, nothing major. Coming into here, they just go a tiny bit too tight there. Head off to the realms. Now they try and come back on, but of course, that is a reset. So that's how they appeared. Now we head on board with Mori, the Italian. Now they accelerated into Olive there. Now as they come into here, absolutely gets pounded and gets murdered. Now, I don't believe in murdering people. I've always said that. You know, I used to have the 3-strike rule. I don't do that anymore either. But Olive obviously got very frustrated in this race and just absolutely walloped them. It's no excuse to punt somebody there if you're frustrated with the race. I know you've been off. I know you've had penalties. You've got penalties in the first race. I could see you were racing clean in that first race. But there's no excuse for killing somebody in a race. There really, really isn't. Just step back. Just be like, okay, let's have a break for a little bit and then we'll come back later. Right, I hope you enjoyed this video with Race A changing. My logo's there if you want to subscribe to stay in touch with all the latest content. Please leave a like on the way out. It helps out the channel. And there are 2 videos there to check out if you want to check out more content here. That's it for me, folks. Thanks for watching. Au revoir and farewell.